welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm adding another video to my whole how to elevate yourself, how to be more feminine series. I haven't sat down for one of these videos in such a long time and I really do miss them. I really love this kind of content. It makes me so happy to just share the tips that I've learned throughout my adulthood. I'm 27 years old and I'm constantly trying to better myself, better my life, mentally, physically, spiritually, every which way. I'm elevating every single day and I love to just come on here, check in with you guys, see how you guys are on your journey as well, because so much of you are messaging me daily saying how much of an impact my videos have made on your life and how you carry yourself, your outlook on life. So I really love to make these videos because they make me feel really good that it's actually helping you. So you've decided that you want to level up in life, you want to elevate, and you want to be more feminine. You want to tap into your feminine energy and be that girl. If that's what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. I'm going to be giving you guys some realistic tips on how to just change your life, change yourself very minimally for the better. So let's jump right into my tips. So the first thing I want you to do is to identify the reason why you want to be more feminine, why you want to level up, why you want to whatever. I want you to identify the reason for that because that is very important. It cannot be for a man. It cannot be for someone else. It cannot be because you want society to accept you. It has to be for you. Me personally, being more feminine and being in this kind of space makes me happy. It genuinely does. And the reason for that is I've always been very miserable. I'm gonna use the word miserable because I was just a hard cookie, you guys. I felt like I had to be tough and just sulky and just mean all the time, but that was my way of like protecting my super soft interior. You know, I come from a place where, you know, we were a little bit aggressive a little bit, so I kind of feel like that's what my demeanor was. It's very important to just identify the reason why you want to change because that's going to be very crucial, right? So number 2 step is to get yourself on a routine. This step truly is probably one of the most difficult ones because it requires discipline. And a lot of us out there are not very disciplined, okay? We don't want to go on a routine, we don't want to stick to anything, but it requires discipline. It's going to be hard at first because a lot of you guys have been in the same cycle for months, years, weeks, days, and you need to kind of get yourself into a structured routine because that's really going to help you. Now, I can't tell you what your routine should be because we all have different lives. So I want you to find something that works for you, but make sure it is challenging you. So wake up earlier, get a little workout in, eat some leafy greens, check in on some friends by sending a quick text or read a book. Whatever it is that you need to do to make you feel good, I really want you to try to do that. But one of the 2 things I'm gonna go with right now is to wake up earlier and do a little workout. Move your body in some way. It could be listening to some dancehall music and whining in the mirror. Do a little something, please. It is so important. Like, this is one of the most important steps ever. And one of the steps that I also struggle with because I hate like any physical activity, but I'm doing a lot to better now. If it's even to go to my gym, walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes and watch a Netflix episode, that's what I do, and it always makes me feel so good. So I really want you guys to do that, right? Number 3, let's get into the wardrobe, right? If you want to be that girl, you kind of have to look the part. Now, I'm not saying to wear all white and turn into the neutral queen like I am. You don't have to do that, but you need to kind of clean things up a little bit and look more polished. If you are asking me this question, Octavia, how do I kind of do the whole polished appearance thing? I'm gonna tell you to stick to neutral colors because it looks good, okay? I don't care what anyone says. You guys can fight me if you want, but that's what I think. A neutral wardrobe, a neutral aesthetic, it just looks clean and you don't have to do much. Literally a nice tan, a nice white, a nice beige, a nice ivory. Black Black is just classy. A pop of color in the spring and summer is always appropriate and nice. But I always think a capsule, minimal, neutral wardrobe will do you well. And it's a really good foundation to start at. If you love color, make sure you know what your undertone is, because I know we're melanated queens and every color looks good on us. But for myself here, I find that some color looks better on me than others. So definitely find your color and stick with that like shade family. And I think that's gonna do you very well. So yeah, if you wanna be that girl, you guys, you have to look the part. So the wardrobe step is important. So in addition to the wardrobe, it's so important to kind of like master a really great makeup routine. You know, it's so important to know your face, to know what you like, know what works for you. And this takes time. It's probably taken me maybe 5 years to figure out what my foundation shade was. So it takes time and it's really a journey. So just figure out, like, you know, what makeup products works for you, what matches your skin, what looks great, what does not look great, what kind of eyeliner you should be doing, what blush shade you should go for. You know, always consult like a professional and just invest in the right makeup products for your skin, because that's going to be so crucial in your journey. I feel like sometimes you see someone that looks really nice, but the makeup is just not it. And that was like me. So it's one of those things where it takes time to kind of like get that together, but you want to just master those little things, because those subtle changes really does make a really big difference in the end. So the next step I want you guys to work on is the attitude. As mentioned earlier, with my outwardly appearance, you know, face makeup, eye cuts, that was me being defensive. And I always felt like I had to answer to everything, you know? But I think there's such grace and such power in how you carry yourself and how you respond to things in your life. When things are very negative or somebody is being negative towards me, I don't always respond, because I'm going to maintain my grace, I'm going to maintain my composure, and I'm not going to allow anyone to, in Jamaica we say, draw me out. You're not going to draw me out of character. You're not going to draw me out of my energy that I'm resting in comfortably. So it's very important to just understand, like, your attitude is everything, and you don't always have to respond to everything. I think that has truly been a game changer for me in my journey, is to learn that if it doesn't serve me, I don't have to entertain it, and it's not a big deal, you know, because people will constantly try to test you, but I don't have to respond, you know, because that's what the block button is for, and that's why it is present on every platform that you're on. There is a block button, and if it doesn't serve me, if it's not for me, block. So next tip I have for you guys that I found to be very important in my journey, and that is to maintain a very clean space. I find that whenever my room is very sloppy, things are out of order, my whole aura, my whole energy is just not what it needs to be. I'm very negative, and I kind of feel like that brings me into like a masculine headspace. And let me tell you something about masculine energy, you guys. Don't like it. I don't like it, okay? I don't really know. I think you should always create like very beautiful spaces throughout your home that really make that feminine energy happy and excited. So definitely clean up your room. If you need to buy a fresh bouquet of flowers to really make you feel nice and cushy inside, do that. If you need to light a candle, I want you to do that also. So just maintaining a really nice space is so important, and I really want you guys to take that seriously. I feel like a lot of us, we oftentimes just leave things messy and say to ourselves, I'm gonna get it tomorrow. Don't do that. Clean up your space. Don't ever let nightfall come and your room is not clean, your apartment is not clean. But definitely try to just create little beautiful spaces in your home, to decorate it beautifully, whatever your budget allows. You don't have to spend a lot of money or on anything. Just try to make your space as clean and neat as possible, because that's gonna make you feel so good. I promise you that. Like, that's one step I swear by. Whenever my room is a hot mess, I don't feel good. I do not feel good. So another tip that I wanna add in here, and this is probably the final tip I have for you, but it's the most recent tip that I've learned, and that is vulnerability. I recently learned that I have a lot of difficulty being vulnerable because I always felt like vulnerability makes you seem weak, and it's quite the opposite, you know. Vulnerability makes you a strong person because a lot of people are afraid to be vulnerable in life. But vulnerability for me has put me in a place where I'm okay receiving now, you know. Receiving was always an issue I have, and I don't mean receiving gifts, even though that is a part of it, but receiving in general. Receiving a compliment was very difficult for me. Receiving help was very uncomfortable for me. Receiving anything in general, receiving anything was just always so hard. So just tapping into your vulnerability and realizing that it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to accept help, and it's okay to want help. It's okay. All of that is okay, and it's okay to admit it, you know? So all of that combined into that has really put me in a different space and headspace, which I think is so much better. And it took a long time to get here, I'm not gonna lie. But vulnerability is such an important part of my journey, just realizing that I don't have to be strong all of the time. It's okay to want help, it's okay to receive help, and that's completely fine. It doesn't make me weak, doesn't make me lesser than. So that's kind of like where we're at, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. As I said earlier, I was pulling tips from some of my previous videos that I've made, only because I found those to be the most effective of everything I said. I know usually we talk about the nails and the hair and the this and the that. I really think your appearance, your style is something that's truly so personal to you. I'm not gonna tell you to go wear French nails because you might not be a French nails person. You might like a clear pink or a baby blue. So that personal style will come over time, and that's just how I feel. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!